Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's 1:25 p.m., and I hope this is the last take I do of this. I am Pete Dragstrom from LetPetePlan.com, an agent for Boardwalk Travel Agency and a Disney addict. We're going to talk a little about the bare necessities today. Not necessarily. I had to throw in a bear pun. It's just the way I am. Um, After the casting call on Monday for the new Country Bear Jamboree, no, not really. It didn't happen. Didn't happen. They did find a bear. It was a real bear. It wasn't an animatronic. It wasn't. It wasn't part of the Country Bear Jamboree. It was just, they did find a bear in Central Florida. Imagine that. They did finally capture it and relocate it to Ocala National Forest. And so I'm sorry, my son just texted me something that I just got, that I'll answer him later. But it just kind of threw me off. I don't know. So that's what happened on Monday. Apparently they were doing their morning, the cast members were doing their morning search over every part of the property, over every attraction area to make sure everything was, spick and span and in working order. And apparently a bear had been spotted along in Tom Sawyer Island. It eventually made its way behind the Haunted Mansion, was where it was finally caught. They had opened up the Magic Kingdom but had closed off Adventureland, Frontierland, and Liberty Square. So if you looked on the app and you saw all these places closed down, pretty much half the park, that was the reason. It wasn't that somebody was just having fun over there. It was just there was a bear on the loose, and you don't want to find the bear. You don't want to all of a sudden come across it while you were trying to get into the Haunted Mansion or whatever. So, again, the Florida Fish and Wildlife people came and captured the bear and relocated it. Everybody's fine. Nobody was hurt. My guess is that they are expanding their morning sweep from here on out. Okay, now, with that said, we then go to some more Disney news. There is a new a new Florida resident ticket out there. It is a Florida resident Disney weekday magic ticket. Purchase a 4-day ticket for just $59 per day plus tax. Total price $235 plus tax. It is not, and this is how I interpret it. You don't have to use it on consecutive days. It is basically from October 2nd through December 22nd, 2023. If you're a Florida resident, you can purchase a 4-day weekday ticket, valid mainly Monday through Friday. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to go on consecutive days or 4 consecutive days. You can go, I don't know if you can go like, throughout the whole time. You can go 4 different times and you're fine. Whatever, I don't know that, but it does sound like a good deal. If that's the case, if you're only planning on going maybe twice a month, around the holidays to see the holiday stuff, that it might be in there. and you don't plan on going any other time of the year. I personally, and this is how I do it anyway, because I like the idea of being able to go Monday through Friday. We ended up getting the Pixie Dust Pass, me, my wife, and two of my sons. My daughter, who doesn't live really in Florida, wasn't, I mean, even though her residence is here, but she goes to school. She lives in Georgia, basically. She's never here enough to make it worthwhile. And when she is here, it's usually times when it's blocked out, when the parks are blocked out to us. But for $400, we can go most Mondays through Fridays throughout the year. I can't think of how many times I've gone so far since I've had my annual pass. Well, let me put it this way. I know I've paid for it over and over and over already. So, and normally you pay $400, you get maybe 6 days if you bought, and that's all together, not spread out. But if you, a normal day, on the cheapest end is about $109. So basically you're talking less than 4 full days in the parks to do it. And I know I've been there more than 4 days. I've been there more than 4 days in them. I know I was there in August. We've already been there a couple times in September. July we were there a lot. Even June we were there a lot. We definitely paid for it, and we're planning on going again. And we got until we have to, I might be in the parks on Friday. I don't know. I might not. I definitely going to go down on the 28th because it's also Mickey's Not So Scary for me. And I get discounts. This does not give you discounts other than the cost of the ticket. So you get a 4-day ticket, a 3-day ticket, or a 2-day ticket, depending on how much you want to spend. 4-day costs $235, 3-day $215, 2-day $195. You can add. Clients can also choose the Disney Weekday Magic ticket that includes these great options. For $40 extra, you can get the Park Hopper option. For $35, you can get Water Parks and Sports option. And for $55, you can get the Park Hopper Plus option. I think that gives you both. But you have to be a Florida resident. Okay. Florida resident weekday Magic tickets are valid for admission to one theme park per day. Theme park reservations are required. Tickets are an add-on. Add-on options expire December 22nd. All tickets and options are non-transferable. Now, it says tickets are valid for use Monday to Friday from October 2nd, 2023 through December 22nd, 2023. Admission is subject to capacity closures, and park attractions and other offerings are subject to availability. So basically, if you plan on going 4 times between now or October 2nd through December 22nd, and you're a Florida resident and you're within driving distance, and you say you want to go, I want to go this Monday, this Wednesday, this Friday, whatever, it's not a bad deal. And if that's the only time you're going, now that is an option. You have Disney Visa card members now can save up to 35% on rooms at select Walt Disney World resorts in early 2024. I'll give you a quick little jot there. And this is something you need to talk to your travel agent with, or someone there. You can save up to 35% for stays most Sunday through Thursday nights, January 9th through February 22nd, 2024, or most nights February 25th, 2024 to March 24th, 2024. And most Friday and Saturday nights from January 12th to February 24th, 2024. Most Friday and Saturday nights from January 12th. You can save up to 20%. And there's a list of resorts there. Looks like pretty much DVC and also some deluxe. And then 30% range for the same nights, except for Friday and Saturday through January, like that. It's 20%, but it's 30%, 20%. And those look like moderates, 25% if you stay at, except for the in the moderates, we're adding Art of Animation Resort, family suites, cabins, and both Port Orleans. And then, and this is the last one I'm going to talk to you about, the 25%, the All-Stars and Pop Century. For basically the same times, you can save up to 25%. And then there's some others that are down 15% and 10%. And those are some other resorts there. Now, if you want to look into those, contact Disney travel agent like myself, or call Disney online and say, hey, listen, this is what I've heard. We're going to get right to this next one, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but Disney executives met with some Wall Street investors yesterday in Walt Disney Resort. I don't know which one, Walt Disney World Resort said, and they were talking about the plans to invest $60 billion over the next 10 years in domestic and international parks, plus the cruise line. I don't know if they were talking about Aulani, which probably, yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if they're talking about DVC stuff or what, but they are definitely talking about parks, Walt Disney World, Disneyland, all the international parks, plus the cruise lines. Sounds like a lot of money, and that's because it is. It is. They also went to mention that there is at least there's 1,000 acres of land that Disney owns that is available to add on to, which is basically the equivalent of 7 Disneylands. And they didn't go and say, okay, here's the land, here's the land, here's the land. I guess part of that is some of the area behind Big Thunder Mountain, which they've been talking about. I don't know if they're including Disney, the Dino Land, even though because that's already, there's stuff on it. I don't know if they're counting that as part of the stuff that they can expand onto, but they can expand there. And I'm just talking Disney World. I'm not talking Disney. And they did mention there's something about Disneyland that they are looking to expand a little bit. I don't know if it means adding a third theme park or what, but they're definitely going to do that. Didn't mention anything about saying, okay, here's how we're going to do it. It just says we are going to do it. So look for in the future, just like they mentioned at Destination D23, they didn't just, and this was, they were just talking to Disney fans to appease them. They were talking to investors. And usually if you talk to investors and you say you're going to do something, you're going to do it. Because then the investors get mad if you don't do it. So, simple as that. Other than that, couple of announcements, of course, I'm going to reiterate. Starting today, as a matter of fact, in Epcot, you can pick up, if you're an annual pass holder, you can pick up your new Disney magnet, annual pass magnet, featuring Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, starting Friday. The Disney 100 celebration begins at Epcot. Epcot's going to become even a little bit more crowded, with Food and Wine opening up of that, plus Journey of Water going to be opening up on October 16th. The new Celebration neighborhood is going to be opening up sometime in December. Just a lot of stuff going on. So just keep it here. If I hear anything new, I will expand to it. I don't get into a lot of details because, I'm not a detail kind of guy. I'm kind of a broader picture kind of guy. No, not really. But I do appreciate you all. Have a very merry, not so scary, jolly, magical day. Goodbye.